Good morning. How is everybody? Happy Wednesday. Can we believe that it is December? I mean, let's just take a real minute. Like, what the heck happened to this year? Like, flying by, you guys. And I'm telling you, every year it goes faster and faster and faster. And I'm sure that you can agree. Um, so because it just goes faster and faster and faster. We're going to need to be setting goals for the new year, you guys. And we're not waiting until the new year to set those goals. We're going to start thinking about them now, and we're going to be um, getting our brains turning and deciding what our goals are early. So I want to remind you guys tonight at 8:30, we have special guest speaker Josh Coates is getting on to do a special Zoom for us. I have been doing some training with him, and I had the privilege of talking to him over the phone a couple times and having some discussions. And he's like, I will do a team call. And I was like, well, I'm inviting the whole team then, because if you guys have heard me talk about him a little bit, I love him. He's very blunt, no sugarcoating, but it's all very much to get into action and the psychology behind your subconscious and how to overcome those things, and not just like mindset yourself to death, but really like know what you have to do to get into it. So he's going to be talking tonight at 8:30 Eastern. I'm super pumped about it. So definitely come invite some of your people. Um, he trained under John Maxwell. It's going to be an awesome call. So make sure you pop an earbud in for that. All right. We are going to talk about setting goals today. Okay. And we're going to talk about, if you're on my team or you've ever been in any type of rally chat or anything with me, and the conversation about like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I think I'm going to puke. I don't know if I can do this. Like, I don't want to send the message. My go-to thing is I'll hold your hair. Go ahead. I'll hold your hair. We're going to be just fine. Let's do it together. Okay. Because when we hit those walls of being scared and we're like, I'm going to throw up, I'm going to do the thing. We're in the right place. We're going big enough. And you'll hear, I don't know if Josh will talk about it tonight, but he talks about puke goals, right? And it was just kind of funny that we kind of talk about the same thing. He's like, puke goals. I don't want just go. I want puke goals. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And so I love how he kind of has made me think about when I'm setting goals. That he encourages people to set two different ones. He encourages you to set a like a monthly income goal. What would be your monthly income goal that you would want to hit? And what is your lifestyle goal? Because what happens is a lot of times we're in this company or we're in network marketing in another company, and there's all the ranks and there's all the people and we hear all the goals. And a lot of times, I know I've done this just because it feels like, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. We take on the goals of someone else. We adopt someone else's goals. We're like, oh, well, they went for emerald or they went for ruby and they went for diamond and this was their goal and this is what this looked like. And I've heard I want to bring my husband home about 50 million times. That must be the answer. Like, let's just be honest, right? Like that. And there's nothing wrong with those goals, but a lot of times we adopt someone else's goal because we've heard it and then we lack the deep connection with it and we don't actually buy into our own goal and belief, and then we have no emotional connection, which if we've learned anything this last year of in just the energy bus alone, our energy is everything. If we don't have the energy around the goal that we set and it's not enough for you to get up and want to work, and like, let's be honest here, if it's not enough to make you want to talk to people that maybe you don't want to talk to every day, your goal ain't big enough. It's got to make you do the stuff you don't want to do. If you don't want to go live on your stories, you hate it, and you're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Your goal is not big enough if you're not like, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't feel like peopling today. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't feel like counseling today. I'm going to do it anyway. Right? It has to be a puke goal. One, if you guys are at your computers or on your phones and you can drop in the chat, like, puke goal, if I could make X amount of dollars a month, oh my gosh, life changing. Drop some dollar amounts in there. Puke goal. Caitlin, if I could make, drop them in there. Puke goals, guys. 15K. I love it. Love it. 30K. Love it. 10K, 5,000. Loving it. Puke goals, you guys. You're like, I never in a million years. Lisa wants to make $20. No, I'm just kidding. I'm assuming there should be a K there. 20K, Lisa, 20K. Don't write 20 on the check, Lisa. I love it. I love her. 15K. Yes, puke. Like, think about that. Think about that. One of the, I was listening to, when I was listening to one of his podcasts, somebody on the call said like one of their lifestyles. So this will be your monthly financial income puke goal, and then your lifestyle change. And it was literally like all my bills on auto ship. And I was like, that sounds beautiful. Can you, or auto ship, auto pay, sorry. Can you, all your bills on auto pay, you don't have to ever think about it again. Nothing. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Won't matter. I don't care. Auto pay. I was like, that's, can you imagine? So it's setting a monthly puke goal for income and then a lifestyle. Mary's like, I didn't go big enough. I love it. You didn't puke enough. I love it. Get uncomfortable. Okay. And then I want to really challenge you to think about, what does that mean for you? Do not adopt somebody else's goals. What is your goal? What are you going to get? What does your life look like? Because those are the things that you have to tap into. And I'm going to be real blunt, real honest, because y'all don't expect anything different from me. This is plan B for most of us. So what happens when this is not plan A? And I'm not saying that this has to be your plan A. I'm saying this is plan B. Most of us will not go hungry. Most of us will still have some type of Christmas. Most of us will have a car when we go out and it starts. Right? But if you're on here and you have a job outside of a job outside of Plexus, right? That's your A, right? That is the thing that's paying the bills. That's what's making it happen, right? So if plan B isn't going well, isn't working out, we've heard this on here before, it's easy to have a back door open. It's easy to have the back door open, because am I going to suffer if Plexus doesn't work out? Most of us will say no. If my Plexus business doesn't work out and I don't make Megan Payne's 15K a month, I mean, I'm going to be fine. Right? We need to really hone in on our goals and what is connected to feelings so that we can show up when it's hard. My husband left the house at 4 a.m. this morning, y'all. He will be outside until 4:30 p.m., 5 o'clock tonight, and then drive 2 hours home. Okay. He doesn't do that because he likes it. Okay? That's just plan A. But that's why he gets up in the morning. So I can be home with my kids. So I can be in a nice house. So we can do the things, right? We need to have that drive for our Plexus business when we want to make that 15K, that 30K, that 10K, that 5K, the 20K. Like, where is the drive and the hunger? Guys, we have a beautiful opportunity here. Beautiful opportunity that does not require us to go into an office. That does not require, where's Nicole? She's in her pajamas still. She said decorating for Christmas. Does not require Nicole to get out of her pajamas right now. Does not require me to drop my kids off at daycare. Does not require me to answer to a boss. We have a beautiful opportunity. We don't have to work 40 hours a week. Okay? But if you want it, you got to show up every day with that fire and that passion and that drive and that hunger. And you have to have a goal that is going to push you every single day. I've set the goals. I have missed the goals. I have by far missed goals. But you know what? They're big enough to keep going. They're big enough to keep me excited. Yes, Nicole is so right. Close the back door option. Too many of us are like, well, it's okay. I tried. I gave it a try. And too many of us, me included, have looked and are looking. We're like, what is the one thing that could just get me there? There's one thing. If I could just, here's the deal. Can anybody name any area of your life if you could just figure out one thing, it would fix all the problems? Let's take marriage, for example. Okay. You're married and you're like, we go on date night every Thursday. Every Thursday. Is that going to give you the healthiest, happiest, most successful marriage ever? No, because you're a terrible communicator. No, because you don't know each other's love languages. Like, oh, we go to date night every Thursday. No, you made memories. One Thursday, 2 Thursdays, you made some memories. That's great. That is not going to fix your marriage. That's not going to keep your marriage healthy. So in your business, there is not just one thing. If I could just find runners, if I could just get my mindset under control, if I could just wake up earlier, if I could just be more disciplined, if I could just be like her, if I could just be like him, if I just had a supportive spouse, if I just didn't have to go to a job and I was a stay-at-home mom like them, if I could just get people to show up. We all do it. We all say it. We all think there's one thing that is going to unlock this business. But I'm here to tell you there's not one thing in your life that one thing will unlock and fix and cure. So when we're setting these goals, you first have to believe in yourself. It has to be a big enough goal. Something that is going to literally make you puke. I told we have a cruise rally chat and I told her I'm going to get bracelets, like them stretchy rubber ones, like the old Livestrong bracelets that have like hashtag I'll hold your hair, because I'm like, puke, go ahead. Because if you're over here in your safe little space, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're not getting anywhere, right? Set the big goal. Tie emotions to it. Money goal. Set a money goal. Set a money goal. Set a lifestyle goal. Something that hurts. Something that you feel. Something that's going to bother you. Shut the back door. Shut the back door. If you want this to be more than a hobby, if this is your hobby and you're here for community and a little extra money and get your products paid for, I love you for that. I love it for you. I want you here. I'm excited for you because we have an awesome community and this is an outlet for people. But if you're like, no, I have a business, then start treating it like one. Set a goal. There is not one company headed into 2025 that's like, I have no goals. We're just going to see how it goes. No. They know where they're going. They know what their projections are. They know how to get there. And they are showing up at their first board meeting, guns a-blazing. Get excited. Get passionate. We had a call with Keith Callahan, right? The mastermind group. If you are not a Ruby yet, you need to get a Ruby. You need to become a Ruby because you need to get your booty boo in the mastermind container because it is full of all kinds of goodness. Okay. That's my shameless pitch on that. So he said, network marketing is going to blow up. You're in the right place. If you were here in COVID, and if you weren't here in COVID, listen up. If you were here during COVID, there was a massive boom in network marketing. Not a little bit, a really big boom. Okay. Nobody knew it was coming. Nobody really understood, right? Unless you had been through this before, that this was going to happen. Do you know what my thought was as soon as Keith said, like, there's going to be a boom? I said, can you imagine if we had known about it in 2020? If we could have prepared for massive growth, if we were ready for it. So I'm telling you now from a great source, be Keith Callahan, it's coming. Get ready. Post like your business is about to explode. Talk like the next time somebody hears network marketing, they're like, oh my gosh, that's what Rachel does. Oh my gosh, she's been right this whole time. Talk, be bold, show up. You don't need to go viral. You don't need 1 million views on your reel. Post, be bold, show up, and know that you're in the right place, doing the right thing. And have a dream, have the goal, know where you're going. Because what happens is, guys, we lose focus of why we're doing it, what our goals are. We're like, oh yeah, like I want to hit Emerald because I want to make 6 figures and I want to have a nice car and I want to go on the trip and I want to and then something happens and it gets hard. We're just like, yeah, but like I didn't have a nice car yesterday. I've never been to Hawaii before anyway. It's not really that big of a deal. That's what happens. I'll be fine if I don't make 6 figures from my phone. And then we're like, no. Remind yourself of the goal. Why are you doing this? Because when you know what you want and you're emotionally tied to it, you will figure it out. You will figure it out. I'm throwing Sharon under the bus real quick. Sharon had this predicament that she was in. And I literally was like, you don't want to do it, so you're not trying to figure it out. I mean, I'm not going to try and figure out something I don't want to do. I'm like, what? So why don't you try to figure out how you can do it? So if you want it and you have the goal and you know what you're going after and you're emotionally tied to it, you're going to want to figure it out. If it's like, oh, it's a backdoor option, it's a little extra cash. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. You're going to be like, it's fine. Not a big deal. Dig deep, set that puke goal. Do the pukey things, do one hard thing every single day, do one scary thing every single day. Like, it's cute to say, but like, are we doing it? No, because nobody wants to be uncomfortable. So think of it like this when you're setting the goal. If I had a magic wand and I was like, hey, Megan, what do you want to make a month and what do you want your life to look like? And network marketing is going to take off. And in 15 months, on that 15th month, you're going to get all of it. I bet you, Megan, along with the rest of us, will change our tunes and how we show up and work every day. Because we know when this is going to happen. The beauty of what we do is we can create whatever we want to happen. We're not clocking in at a job waiting for our boss to tell us, oh, you're going to get a Christmas bonus. Oh, you're not. We didn't do great this year. No Christmas bonus for you. Oh, you're going to get a 2-cent raise. And then by the time we tax you, now you're negative raise. Like, there's none of that here. If you want it, do it. Find it, create it, be excited. That's the one thing I will say. Megan has like all of the same people, which is super rare. All of the same people in her level ones that started with her are Jules. We're here still, almost 8 years later. And the only thing that all of us, we've had meetings about this, the only thing that we can figure out is that why we are all still here is because there was no one that was going to tell us we couldn't be an Emerald. Not one person was going to convince us that we were not going to do it. And we all did it. And we're all still here. Set the goal. Go after what you want. My goal for Emerald was I never thought I would ever make 6 figures in my entire life. I was a hairdresser in South Jersey. I never thought I could do that. I'm like, I can do that. I'm going to be somebody. That says something. Like, I looked up to people that made 6 figures. I'm going to be that person. That meant something to me about my worth. So, where are you in your goal setting and your passion and your excitement and your hunger? Is anybody going to tell you that you can't? Do all of the things, not one. Show up, run the business, keep your energy up, have fun. Do some pukey things. Guys, it's fun to get into a chat and be like, I'm going to puke. I'm sending this message. Do it. I'll hold your hair. Like, that's fun. Sending puke emojis is fun because you're outside of your comfort zone. If you guys have never had in-person work parties, I'm very blessed to have a very close team. We have in-person work parties, right? If you've never had work parties and where everybody's sitting around with their phones and it's like end of the month vibes and like you need 3 more orders for gold and this one needs 1 more order for senior silver and this one's brand new and has no idea why she's messaging people and you're like, I don't care, just send the message. That like contagious vibe of just do it, send it, call her. Well, I could call my neighbor, but I haven't. Call her right now. We're all here. Call. Like, I literally have chills talking about it. Like, you set aside the fear and it's just like, do it. Get that passionate, get that wound up, get that excited, set the puke goal. Stop adopting other people's goals. Okay, I'm going to use Raquel. If you were on the team call the other night, she was saying how she had to kind of like find her own space because she's like, I'm not a mom. I don't have kids. Like, I am not fitting into this box here, right? If she would adopt the I want to send my kids to private school and bring my husband home mentality, she would still be silver. Like, let's be honest. Okay. That she just adopt, no, this is what everybody says. This is what everybody does. I have to be a Jewel. We have to do this. Like, I want to send my kids. I just feel like that's the same thing I want to be. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to bring my husband home and I want to send my kids to private school. I feel like that's the thing, right? No, not for everybody. So you have to find what works for you. What is going to be the options? Do you love your job? Maybe you love your job. You're like, Caitlin, I'm never going to stay at home. I love my job. But I will tell you, when I retire, I want to retire and live the life I never thought I would. Go for it. Fill that Roth right on up. But you need to tie your why and create your own dreams and goals. Stop adopting other people's. Maybe you're loaded. Maybe your bills are all already on auto pay. You don't think twice about it, right? Maybe you've got a housekeeper, you've got a landscaping, you've got all the things. You're like, listen, it has nothing to do with that, but I want to be able to X, Y, Z. Then tie your belief to X, Y, Z and let's go. It's got to mean something for you. It's got to be a puke goal. If you want this to be your business, if you want to rock 2025 and tell people you're a business owner, be one. I dare you. Show up. Cast vision. Rachel's 50K puke goal. Let's go. Let's go. Because you know what's going to happen on the way to that puke goal? On the way to that 50K? 10K and 15K and 20K. You think she's going to be really upset when she clears 20K a month? She's like, but I'm not to my goal yet. Oh, come on. If your goal's $10,000 a month, if your goal's $5,000 a month, you start clearing 2, 25, 3, are you going to be upset about it? No. Let's go. So get excited. Be the person that does it different. Be the person in your social network of friends and in your community that does it different. We all have those houses. We all have those families, right? We drive by the house and we're like, my gosh, what do they do? What do they do? They travel all the time. The house is gigantous. They've got all the things. Oh, they're network marketers. Bet you they are. Do it different. Find your drive, make a puke goal, and go after it. So you're going to set, I want you to set for 2025. This is what you're going to do. You're going to set a monthly puke goal. Henry, stop. A monthly puke goal of finances, financial puke goal for a month, and a lifestyle puke goal. What do you want it to look like? Think about it. Deep connection. Talk about it with your family. I'm going to leave you with this when I say, since I just said, talk about it with your family. I sent this to Raquel the other day. I saw this meme and it said something, I'm totally paraphrasing. God is the only one that's omniscient. So Satan only knows it if it came off your lips. How about that? I literally thought that every single day. God is the only one omniscient. Satan only knows it if it came off your lips. So what is coming off your lips? He can't use it if you don't know it. So let's go. Make your goals for 2025. Turn this ship around. I cannot wait to see what next year looks like because it's gonna boom. It's coming. Get ready. I love you guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday.